Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Students, in our last economics class, we have started with the second book, that is Statistics for Economics, and we have started with the first chapter, that is Introduction. So here we have discussed why economics, and then the economic activities such as consumption, production and distribution. Today inshallah we will see statistics in economics. So before that we should know what is economic data. So now what is economic data? See, economic facts are known as economic data. Okay, economic facts are known as economic data. See, the purpose of collecting data about the economic problem is to understand and to explain these problems in terms of various causes behind them. Correct? So what is the main intention of collecting economic data or data? It is to understand the economic problem and to explain, okay, in terms of the causes for this problem. Okay, what are the causes behind them for this problem? See, for example, when we analyze the hardship of poverty, we try to explain in terms of various factors such as backward technology, then low productivity of people, then unemployment, correct, and etc. So this is the purpose of collecting the data. Okay, so the main purpose of collecting economic data or collecting data is to find out the economic problems and also to find out the causes behind them. Okay, now, so when we find out the economic problems, we try to find out measures, okay, that helps to solve economic problem. Correct? So when we get to know about the data, when we collect the data, we will try to understand the causes behind the economic problem, and also we will try to take measures that helps to solve an economic problem. So in economics, such measures are known as policies. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so if we take measures that helps an economic problem to solve, then it is called as economic policies. Okay, or it is called as policies. So with this we can realize that no analysis of an economic problem would be possible. Okay, we cannot analyze any economic problem without data on various factors, okay, on economic problems. So if you want to analyze the problem, it is very important to collect data. Okay, and in such a situation, if the data is not collected, then no policies can be formed. Correct? So if we don't know, if we cannot collect the data, then we will not be able to frame policies to solve the problem. Okay, so this is all about the data, collection of data, the main intention of collecting the economic data. Now, what is statistics? So I hope you all know what is statistics. Correct? So statistics deals with the collection, analysis, interpretation and presentation of numerical data. Okay, so statistics deals with the collection, analysis, interpretation and presentation of numerical data. So it is a branch of mathematics and also used in disciplines. Okay, it is used in many disciplines such as accounting, then physics, then finance, psychology, sociology, then management, all this. Okay, so as you all know, statistics are concerned with data, okay, from the field of economics. So most economic data are quantitative. Correct? Most of the economic data are quantitative. See, for example, a statement in economics like the production of rice in India has increased from 39.58 million tons in 1974 to 75 to 106.5 million tons in 2003-2004 is an quantitative data. Okay, so in economics, most of the data are quantitative. Okay, but in addition to quantitative data, economics also uses the qualitative data. Okay, so the main characteristics of such information is that they describe the attributes or they describe the variables of a single person or a group of person that is important to record as accurately as possible. Okay, even though they cannot be measured in qualitative terms. Okay, sorry, even though they cannot be measured in quantitative terms. Okay, so I have told you in economics, most of the data are quantitative, but in addition to this, qualitative data are also collected. Okay, and the chief characteristics or the main characteristics of such information is that they describe the attributes of a single person or a group of person that is important to record the accuracy as possible. Okay, see for example, gender. So that describes or that distinguishes a person has man or woman or boy or girl. Okay, so this is often possible and it is useful to state that information about an attribute of a person in terms of degree. Okay, like better, then sick, healthy, more healthy, unskilled, skilled, highly skilled, etc. So such quantitative information or statistics is often used in economics and other social sciences, and it collects the systematically. Okay, it collects systematically the information on prices, then income, tax paid, etc. So whether for a single person or for a group person. Okay, so you all know that see, you will study the subsequent chapters that statistics involves, that is the collection of data. So the next step is to present the data in tabular, diagrammatic and graphic forms. Okay, so the data then are summarized. So once the data are collected, they are summarized by calculating various numerical indicators such as means, variance, then standard deviation, etc. Okay, so this represents the broad characteristics of the collection of set of information. So finally, the data are analyzed and it is interpreted. Okay, now what economic does? Okay, what statistics does? Okay, now what is the importance of statistics in economics? So statistics is an important tool. Okay, it is an indispensable tool for an economist that helps him to understand an economic problem. Okay, so statistics is a very important tool for an economist because it helps him to understand an economic problem. Okay, so by using a various method, okay, then effort is made to find the causes behind it, and with the help of quantitative and qualitative facts of an economic problems. So once the causes of the problem are identified, okay, so once you get to know what is the main causes of an economic problem, it becomes very easy to formulate certain policies to tackle with this problem. Okay, so with statistics it is very easy. Okay, so you can collect the data and you can also find out what is the causes of problem, and once the causes of problem is identified, it becomes very easy to formulate certain policies to tackle it. Okay, okay, but there is more to statistics. It is like it enables an economist to present economic facts in a precise and definite form that helps in proper comprehension of what it states. Okay, so when economic facts, okay, when an economic facts are expressed in statistical terms, okay, they become exact. Okay, so exact facts are more convenient, or it is more convincing than vague statements. See, for example, saying that the precise figure that 310 people died in recent earthquake in Kashmir is more fact. Okay, it is more factual, and then saying that hundreds of people died and so on. Okay, so statistics tells the figure. Okay, it is it's more about fact. Okay, it tells the exact figure. Okay, so statistics also helps in considering the mass data in a few numerical measures. Okay, so what it does is it converts the mass data into few numerical measures such as mean, variance, etc. Okay, all this you'll be studying in your future classes. Okay, about this you'll be learning later. Okay, so this numerical measures helps to summarize the data. See, for example, it would be impossible for you to remember the income of all the people in the data if the number of people is very large. So yet one can remember easily a summary figure like average income that is obtained statistically. Okay, so as I've told you, it is very difficult for you all to remember the income of all the people, isn't it? So when you summarize it, okay, then it becomes very easy to remember. Such an average income that is obtained statistically. Okay, so in this way, statistics summarizes and it presents a meaningful overall information about a mass of data. Okay, so statistics is also used in finding relationship between the different economic factors. Okay, so an economist may be interested in finding out what happens to the demand of a commodity when its price increases or decreases. Then what would be the supply of a commodity be affected by changes in its own price, or what would be the consumption expenditure, okay, whether it is increasing, whether it is decreasing, and what is the average income increases. So, or what happens to the general price level when government expenditure increases. So all such questions can only be answered if any relationship exists between the various economic factors that has been stated above. Okay, see, whether such relationship exists or not can be easily verified by applying statistical method to their data or to this data. Okay, so in some cases economists might assume that certain relationship between them and to test whether the assumption which is made about the relationship is valid or not. Then the economists can also do this only by using this statistical techniques. Okay, and one more example is sometimes the economist might be interested in predicting the changes in one economic factor due to the change in another economic factor. See, for example, you might be interested in knowing the impact of today's investment on the national income in future. So such an example or such an exercise can be undertaken, or it cannot be undertaken with the help without the knowledge of statistics. Okay, and formulation of policies or formulation of plans formulation of plans and formulation of policies requires the knowledge of future trends, isn't it? See, for example, an economic planner has to decide in 2020 itself that how much the economic should produce in 2022. Okay, so in other words, one must know that what could be expected or what will be the expected level of consumption in 2022. Okay, in order to decide the production plan for the economy for the year 2022. Okay, so this is the situation, so that one might make a subjective judgment based on the guess about the consumption in 2022. Okay, so now what are the importance of statistics in economics? See, first, it understands the performance of economy. Okay, so with the help of statistics we will easily get to know the performance of the economy. It also understands the importance of various sectors of economy. Okay, it will tell you, or it will make you understand the importance of various sectors of economy. And studying the regional balance and imbalance. Okay, it studies the regional balances and imbalances and study the role of government in the economy. So statistics also will help in the studying the government role in the economy. So today, when we increasingly use the statistics to analyze serious economic problems such as rising price, then growing population, unemployment, poverty, etc., we find measures that can solve such problems. Okay, so it also helps to evaluate the impact of such policies in solving the economic problems. See, for example, it can be ascertained easily using statistical techniques whether the policy of any of the policy, whether it is effective or not. Okay, any of the policy that is taken by the government or economist is effective or not. So in economic policies, statistics, okay, it plays a vital role in deciding or in making decisions, okay, in decision making. So in present time of rising global oil price, it might be necessary to decide how much oil India should import in 2025. Okay, so this decision of import in 2025 would depend on the expected domestic production of oil and also the likely demand for oil in 2025. Okay, so without the use of statistics, it cannot be determined like what the expected domestic production of oil and the likely demand for it would be. Okay, so thus the decision to import oil cannot be made unless we know the actual requirement of the oil. Okay, so this is how the statistics plays a vital role in decision making. Okay, so this vital information, the very important information that helps us to make the decision to import oil, can only be obtained with the help of statistics. Okay, so this was all about this chapter. Okay, it's a very small chapter and we have completed this chapter. Please do contact me if you have not understood. Okay, Jazakallah khairan.